Shalom, or praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honors unto the apostles at GreatMillStone. I've just come across this video. Esau spent 500 million and just opened up something called the Museum of the Bible, and I was just checking it out. And then basically, I mean, one of the first things I noticed is the people in the museum, they all look like Edomites. And then, you know, he's got his spin on certain things in there. And then there's a part where they're talking about women, well, clothes in general, but they got the latest fashions, Greek fashion, isn't there? So, you know, Esau's out of his mind, but let me play it, man. Like I said, I don't know if who that's supposed to be. But the Israelites never looked like that, mate.
We say we're a...
Funny enough, this dude comes on and basically talks about how he respects all religions or some shit, man. You know, I mean, you know, I just seen this, and, you know, if you want the truth of the scriptures, you're going to have to go to the men that the Lord set up, the prophets. Esau, you know, he knows that the Bible's true, to be fair. And he's just not following the scriptures, because if he was following, he spent 500 million on this museum of the Bible. But if he was following the Bible, you wouldn't be having transgenders, giving them high roles now up in your society, council leaders and members and authorities, and then you wouldn't be legalizing homos, and because that is not of the scriptures. There's no way the one you world called Jesus Christ was walking around promoting any of that, mate.
Sectarian museum, and that has multiple meanings. In the primary definition, it means we're not associated with any single denomination. But it also really talked about the approach to content that we had here in the museum, and that is there are many faith traditions that call the Bible their own. And so you have a Jewish faith tradition, a Catholic faith tradition, lots of Protestants, Orthodox, and there's actually 9 different, if you will, canons of the Bible. And we will present that, tell that story. And so non-sectarian is to really say we're going to be respectful to all those faith traditions and welcome them to come into the museum.
Well, the scriptures doesn't teach that. Okay, the script. First of all, the scripture says that my secrets are given unto the servants, the prophets. So only the prophets really understand the scriptures, bro. All of those other individuals and that. Like these, you said, all these different faiths. Well, they ain't got the truth. Because even the Lord said himself as he spoke in parables, because it was only for his disciples to get the mysteries and the breakdowns. And the Lord chooses you, man. You don't choose the Lord. So just because you got all these faiths, you know, calling themselves reading the Bible, doesn't mean to understand the Bible.
Well, we have early on, as we were acquiring, made some mistakes. We have acquired, we have gotten some of the best experts we could to advise us on that. We are standing to the museum standards, applying the best museum standards that any other museum would have. And
you see, Esau's got the spirit of doing digs and checking out history and stuff. So that's really what the Museum of the Bible is. But as you can see, he went off already. We'll get 1 or 2 scriptures out. If you really wanted to open a Museum of the Bible, you should have really checked GreatMillStone. Because you got Israelites that don't even look like the way they looked back then in the museum. Revelations 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. When you go into the Bible, it's got a whole bunch of prophecies, and one of them is about Babylon the Great being destroyed, which is America, for all the abominations done in it. I bet they ain't gonna put that in there, but see, they don't know the scriptures, man. They don't know what the Bible's about, because the men that were in the scriptures, they're back today. So you ain't really you ain't really learning what the scriptures is telling you to learn, man. Okay. Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates are off languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. The real Jews are dark skinned. Okay. And it tells you that when you look at that word Kudar, it means dark skin, mate. You know.
We're going to have a lot of great items on display.
I mean, look at this, man. This is some scantily cladded fucking uniforms. and that's in the Museum of the Bible. Fashion. Are you having a laugh? Blasphemy. He says God is creativity. God is a designer too. So much of the imagery in the Bible is about garments and clothing. God is interested in these things. The Bible inspires all manner of artistic expression. So, oh yeah, all manner. Scantily cladded outfits. I mean, you know what, you know what, man. This is Esau for you, man. This is man. The scriptures tells you about this man here, man. His poison is the poison of the serpent. Can't listen to you. The icon kind of looks dark. It kind of looks like some Cushites.
Organizing principle of America
I'd say it is.
This religion.
It is what it is. It's not anything. Well, it is what it is. We're not going to lobby Congress.
Anyway, this man knows anyway the scriptures is the truth. You don't really, you know, and he knows that. You got all these Hollywood actors and directors making these movies, and they might just put, like with the Samson, the Bible series or whatever it was in, they put him in there, they put a dark-skinned man in there. But if they knew as much as to put him in there, then if Samson was a so-called black man, wouldn't that make the rest of the Israelites so-called black men? You know, but you see, this is what they do. See, really, we're the ones pushing the truth. If we come out, if the truth of who the Israelites are comes out, then everyone's gonna have to ask, well, who are them so-called Jews? They don't have no claims. They're a bunch of imposters, and they should be ridded out of the land. That's why Esau really don't want that coming out, does he now? Because even the elites claim that they're so-called Jews. So that would do away with their claim and stake. So, you know, Esau's he's just off, man. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.